What up? We back for another week of the Rick and Jordy podcast. I'm one half of your host, Jordy.
And I'm the other half of your host, Rick. Back at it another week.
What up, though? We ain't forget to do the intro this time.
Right. On point with it.
Yeah, right into it. What up, man? What's up, bro?
Not much, man. Just another week. Anything special been happening with you?
Not really. Just been working, man.
Yeah.
Been working and dad life.
I feel it. Well, same here. Just working. No, not dad life. Quite opposite. But no, went snowboarding this past weekend. So snowboarding in May was pretty cool. Did some Cinco de Mayo stuff.
Ooh, what you do?
Huh?
Go ahead. Never mind.
Went down to, it was like a little Cinco de Mayo. I want to say block party or whatever they was having at this restaurant. Mm-hmm. And so then they had luchadores, right? More like backyard wrestling. I
saw your story. I was gonna ask you.
So we had some entertainment, some backyard wrestling entertainment.
Yeah.
And that, those dudes they rookies, put it like that. They was corny though. It was real corny. But it was entertaining to watch, to say the least. So that was cool. Hung out there for a little bit, had some margaritas, some street tacos, elotes. But yeah,
that's the mayonnaise with the corn.
Yep.
Bro,
corn with mayonnaise and all that.
When you say it out loud, it sounds gross. But I had it one time because when I used to work in the schools, and we have a high Hispanic population, so they brought me some, and it was just like, try it.
Yeah,
it was fire.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I heavy. I mess with it heavy. When I was down in Mexico City, they were selling it on the street and stuff, and that was delicious.
Have you had I think it's arroz con leche? I don't know if that's what it's called, but it's just rice and milk.
So like rice pudding, or
basically it's kind of like that. It's just like rice, and then there's like I don't know, like condensed milk maybe.
Yeah, condensed milk, the sweet
cinnamon.
Milk. Yeah, with cinnamon. Yeah, I've had cinnamon. It. Yep.
Bro, they brought a whole like bucket of that, like one of those ice cream buckets.
Yeah.
We filled it up with that.
Yeah.
And they had some left over, bro. I left it at the school, and then I would just eat it at lunch because it was so good. Because, like, bro, I looked at that and I was like, I don't know. Yeah, because we had like in my class, we didn't. It wasn't throughout the school. We just did it in my class because my students asked me. It was like, hey, can we have like kind of like a culture day? We bring. I was like, heck, that's yeah, cool. Like, yeah, if you bring your food, yeah. They was like, yeah, everybody bring something. So everybody brought something that they do it because we had. It's not just. It wasn't just like Mexicans. Like, we had people that was from like Honduras and stuff like that. It was like Hispanic or Latinx, like a broad range. So everybody had a little something different.
Right.
Bro, when I tell you everything was fire, it was the best idea ever. I was like, yeah.
I believe it. It was all homemade stuff, wasn't it?
All homemade stuff, bro.
I wouldn't expect anything less.
I had a student bring me my first tamale.
Oh, really? Your first?
I'd never had tamales before.
And you had it homemade, so that's
dog. I didn't know how to eat it because I didn't know how to peel
the corn husk.
Bro, I bit that mug. I was like, dang. So I YouTubed it because I was by myself. So I YouTubed it.
I thought you did it in front of them. I thought they would have cracked on you.
He gave it to me, and it was like he was like my last class of the day. So he gave it to me, and then I went back to the room. I went back to my office and ate it, and I had to YouTube it. And then once I figured it out, I was like, "Oh, okay." I felt slow, but then I ate that, bro. That mug was fire, bro. I was like, "Hey, can you bring me some more?"
Bring me some more tamales, man. I had some tamales not too long ago. Actually on Monday. So,
Mexican food, Latinx, whatever. I don't know the proper term. If anybody out there to watch, correct me because I'm not trying to be offensive, but correct me. But Hispanic food in general, everything that I've tried, I haven't had anything that's been nasty, and I've tried a variety of things.
I
haven't had one thing that I was just like, ugh. Everything I've tried has been like, this is fire.
Yeah, I'm messing with this.
Yeah.
Yep. Probably saying Has there been anything? I don't think so. Do not think so.
I can't think of one thing because some of the stuff don't be looking like I would eat it. Then I tried it and it's just man.
Have you had menudo?
I don't think so. What is menudo?
You might. So that is menudo is like it's cow tongue.
Oh, I haven't had.
No. No, it's not cow tongue. It's cow stomach, the intestine.
No, I haven't had that.
So let me double check. I'm pretty sure.
Is that kind of like chitlins?
Yeah, cow
not
stomach.
really.
Yeah, I guess you can think of it like that. People don't think of it like that. Menudo gets its praise. Chitlins do not.
Yeah, because chitlins. Well, I've never eaten chitlins. When I was younger, we lived in apartments, and my dad made some one time in the apartments. I wouldn't even touch them.
It's probably because people respect cows over, pig. Yeah. Was it the smell that turned you off? The knowing
smell.
What they were?
No, I was a kid, so I didn't even really know what they were. I just know it stank.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But when I found out what they were, it made sense why it stank. Like it smells exactly what it is.
Yeah. No. I mess with chitlins. My grandma, she put me on. Yep. And then my grandma put me on. My mama eat them. My whole side of my mama family eat them. So, yep, we mess with them.
Ain't no judging because I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people that do eat them. A lot of my family, my dad don't really eat them like that. He just made them that one time, but he hasn't made them. He hasn't made them since.
Yeah. So,
but other family members, they from Mississippi, so other members of the family, they do eat them. So
I feel it. So we don't eat them. We only eat them on Thanksgiving, around Thanksgiving time, and maybe New Year's or Christmas. That'd be the only time throughout the year. And then my mama, she only make like a little bit to satisfy her taste. And then she'll let me have some as well. Like I might get a little bowl or two, or just depending on how much I want to eat for real. Yeah. But yeah, and then that's how it happens. So for me, every Thanksgiving, for real, I might get some, and that's what my grandma would make them though. She would make them for Thanksgiving and stuff, and so that's kind of why I guess that's the time of year we eat them, the tradition. So, and then the cleaning and all that. I don't think they feel like doing that time and time again throughout the year. So
yeah,
timely process.
That's the thing. You watch them clean it?
Yeah, I watch them clean. I'm like, when I don't have my mama's chillings, I probably won't be eating them anymore, to be honest, because that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, man, it's too much for me.
Yeah, too much for me. I know I ain't gonna clean them, so I know I ain't gonna be making them.
Hey, man, look, smells on things will turn me away from food. It will turn me away. It'll make it hard for me to want to try it. That's why I think I'm really big on like Mexican food, because all of it be smelling fire to me. Like it to me in my brain, and this is not always true. I know this because I've learned the hard way. Everything that smells good don't taste good, and everything that smells bad don't taste bad. Like that's not always true. You know what I mean? Because I've had some things like I wish I could think of something off the top of my head, because I feel like I know, but it smells delicious, but the taste of it is just like,
it tastes bad.
Yeah, but or I ain't gonna say it tastes bad, but it's just like I don't like it like that.
Right.
Oh, perfect example. McDonald's food. Like I used to love McDonald's back in the day. I was eating that up in college. I'll tell you this, I can't eat it now. It doesn't taste good to me anymore. Okay. But whenever I drive past, my wife, she loves it. Mo loves it. So, but whenever I drive past to get her something, I'm like, dang, this mug be smelling good. Like, boy, I want to get me a burger so bad. But then I'd be like, nah, because the last time I got me a burger from here, my stomach was hurting. Yeah, and it was nasty. It wouldn't taste good. But bro, McDonald's, boy, that smells fire every time.
It does smell fire. I remember I got The last time I went to McDonald's, I got a quarter pounder. And I was just like, I need something to eat. I need something to eat. So I was like, all right, McDonald's right here. I used to get quarter pounders. Got that. Got home. I was like, is this even cooked for real? Like, it just turned me so far off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, I threw the whole thing away, to be honest. And I was like,
real?
Yeah, I threw the whole thing away. I was like, let me eat some cereal.
See, and that was some cereal. Hey, cereal, you can never go wrong with cereal, bro. I eat that. Man. I eat that all day.
Exactly.
Pause.
So somewhat.
I love cereal.
Yeah.
Oh no, okay. Yep. My number one. Okay, come on, chill.
I was about to
chill. My number one cereal is the Fruit Loops with the marshmallows in them. That's fire to me.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Number 2, Captain Crunch. Easy.
Captain Crunch. Okay.
Yes. And then number 3 would probably be Trix.
Trix.
Yeah.
Trix. I guess. So you said Trix, Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch 2
with marshmallows.
Fruit Loops with the marshmallows. Because regular Fruit Loops are good, but that's not my favorite. Like,
okay.
That'll be like 4.
Okay.
If I had to place it 4 or 5.
Huh. So for me, I guess. Damn, is it for 3? Ooh, this might be a little. I might have a top 5, but all right. Golden Crisp probably be number 3.
Is that with the bear?
Yep.
Them mugs is gross. Now go ahead. You got
Golden Crisp. Yeah. Slash Honey Smacks.
You said that's number what?
3.
Okay.
Yeah, Golden Crisp slash Honey Smacks. That be having your pee smelling funky. Too much of it.
Them mugs stink, bro.
Yeah, they do for real, but I don't know.
I'll eat them if they in there.
Corn puff, like yeah. So that. What's number 2? I guess. Fruit Loops probably be number 2.
Number 2. Regular Fruit Loops.
Yeah, just regular Fruit Loops. I know I'm forgetting something. And then probably Frosted Flakes number 1.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, so I'll go Frosted Flakes 4, regular Fruit Loops 5.
Okay.
Because Frosted Flakes be hidden, bro.
Yeah. Number 4 for me would probably be Rice Krispie. And then I might throw in 5 Lucky Charms. I don't like a lot of marshmallow cereal.
Okay.
But Lucky Charms I mess with.
Hey, why you naming stuff and now I'm just like, oh man, I limited myself.
Forget about all that, huh?
Cut the Fruit Loops out completely. Number 5, Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
No, switch it. Lucky Charms 4, Frosted Flakes 5.
Okay.
Because Frosted Flakes, I'll get that if I don't feel like eating like something that's really sweet like that. Like it has the sugar content, but it's not like the all the you know what I mean. Like it's a different type of sweet.
It's a different, yeah. It's still cornflakes.
Exactly. But I'll eat those because sometimes I'll go on a binge where I'm like, that's all I want to eat for as far as cereal is Frosted Flakes. So I'm like, let me get this because it's not, it's not too overpowering. It's just a neutral sweet cereal.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. That's why I think it's my go-to. Rice Krispies. As a kid, we would just. My dad put us on this. We would just put sugar in those mugs, so we eat those and just put sugar.
Did you like
scrape the sugar out from the bottom? Hell yeah! I was like, oh, this is the good part. Scrape the sugar with some Rice Krispies.
Couldn't wait to get to the bottom because all the sugar just sits there. Then you get this whole big old thing. It'd be like one little grain of rice in there, and it's all sugar. I'm like, my mama used to get mad, boy. I used to get the big spoons and scoop out like 3 things of sugar out with that. Mix that little up so my mama would see it. Yep.
For real. We had a little half cup and I knew I would get too much. And my dad would be like, "What are you doing?" But he likes sugar too. My mom would be the one that get on us. She's like, "You wasting all that sugar."
My mama told me I have to use all that sugar.
Yeah, basically. It was good though. We got you ready, prep for school, right? That was pre-workout. Before the pre-workout.
Delicious, man. Delicious. That was the only reason why I like getting the Rice Krispies, because it hid the sugar so well, because it just all falls to the bottom. You know what I mean? So like when my mama look at my bowl of cereal, she can't tell that I put a bunch of sugar in there. It just looks like Rice Krispies piled up there. And then when I get to that bottom, boy. All right, let me ask you this though. When you eat your cereal, what size spoon do you use?
Man. So no, I use the small spoon. I use the I can't
teaspoon?
use the teaspoon?
No,
not the teaspoon. So there's it might be the teaspoon then.
Yeah, well, I
so it's a teaspoon and a tablespoon.
I guess. I honestly don't know. I use that because I want to sound smart. I call them big spoon and little spoon.
Yeah, same. But does it depend on what I'm eating? No, I just whatever ones I have available. I normally go for the small one though.
My brother and I, we only use the big spoons. So you get the big spoon for your cereal. The little spoons is for
that's probably smarter though.
Soup or something.
Soup, okay.
Yeah,
the big spoon is probably smart to keep it fresh, crunchy, eat it faster. Yup.
Yeah,
got you.
Yeah,
I'll start doing that from now on.
Yeah, milk or cereal first?
Cereal first.
Okay, I just checked because you never could put it past anybody. You just don't know. You eat Sugar Smacks, so that mug comes in a foil.
You eat Sugar Smacks too.
Comes in a foil bag. It comes in a foil bag.
I eat the plastic bag Sugar Smacks.
And you know what though? Cereal is probably, I don't want to say that, but I am going to say that just for the shock value for me. Cereal is probably one of the only foods that you can buy the off-brand and it tastes just as good.
I've noticed that. With the Golden Crisp, I couldn't find the on-brand ones for the longest in KC, so I would get the Sugar Smacks, or I can't remember what the off-brand ones was, but yeah. What off-brand cereals would you get then?
I got like the whatever it wasn't Captain Crunch. It would be not Colonel. What is another name for like a? I don't know, but it's the Captain Crunch off-brand. I had that. I've had the Lucky Charms off-brand, which I didn't like as much, but it was still good. It was still good. The Captain Crunch is just a little bit sweeter.
Captain Crunch is a close fifth for me. That would be probably 6 because I forgot about that. I fuck with Captain Crunch heavy.
Yeah. Okay. Now, for the longest, nobody believed me, and I don't know if I told you this when we was in college, but I did tell people this in high school, but nobody wanted to believe me. There's an off-brand Trix, and it's called Pranks, and it has a raccoon on it. Have you ever seen it?
I think I've heard you tell this.
Nobody wanted to believe me, and I finally had found it one day, and because I remember seeing it at the store, and maybe it's not a raccoon, maybe it's a fox. Now that I'm looking at it, but you'll see why I thought it was a raccoon. Here, let me pull it up.
And it's Pranks.
Yeah, it's called Pranks cereal. You see?
Yo. Definitely either what's that, a raccoon or a fox or a sly fox?
That's what I mean. I can't really tell. I think it now that I'm looking at it, I think it might be a fox.
A fox with a mask on, because there's no stripes for the raccoon.
Right. And raccoons are not like an orangish color. It's like an orangish color. Raccoons are more like like a darker, like a dark gray or something like that. But yeah.
That's wild.
But bro, you know how hard it was to get people to believe me? They thought I was making a joke the whole time, and I was like, no. I saw this in the store. It's called Prank cereal. I remember I was walking down the aisle. I was like, "Oh, what?"
That's how you was trying to get across. People thought it was a joke automatically.
Thought it was a joke. They thought it was a prank. I'm like, no. It's a real thing. But at the time when I first found out about it, it was high school, so there wasn't like internet wasn't like I didn't have a phone that I can just look on the internet and be like, yeah, look. You know what I'm saying? Like I would have to bring it from the store or take a picture. Or well, I guess I couldn't really take a picture because my phone didn't have a camera in high school. So
figure something out.
Yeah.
Literally take it from the store.
Yeah, I had to actually buy it, but yeah.
That's great. Some pranks.
Yeah, prank cereal, man. I don't know if I've ever actually eaten prank cereal though. I imagine it'd be good. I like Tricks, so
yeah, I've never. Tricks are cool. Tricks are cool. I might swap Rice Krispies and Captain Crunch.
Really?
I'm thinking about that. Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, do you see that there's a movie on Netflix called Unfrosted or something like that?
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
About Pop-Tarts and cereal. Okay.
What's your favorite Pop-Tart?
Favorite Pop-Tart? Probably just boring brown sugar, or strawberry.
Dog. You strawberry with frosting or without frosting?
Frosting.
Okay. All right. So mostly likes that brown sugar too. But mine is that wild berry. Crazy.
Never had that.
Whoa, yeah. Try the wild berry. It's purple. It's purple and it got like the little blue stripe.
So is it the three berries put together?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's like raspberry, blueberry, and strawberry, like that, whatever it is. But yeah, it's fire. That's my favorite one. I'll eat the brown sugar one because we be having them in the house, but I don't. That ain't it for me.
All right, I might. Oh well, I grew up with the brown sugars. My dad ate those all the time, so I think that's what.
Oh, okay.
I grew accustomed to it. But all right, I got a toaster now, so I'll try.
You eat yours toasted?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How you eat yours? Just microwave or just straight out the pack?
Oh, straight out the pack.
Oh no, I like mine toasted or.
Nah,
I'd rather have it toasted over microwave.
I'm also too. I will admit. I'll be the first to admit. I'm not gonna say it. It's weird how I eat mine. So it's like whatever.
How
I eat them at the same time.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say I licked the frosting off or something.
No. When I open the pack up, you know how they're both in there. I eat them both.
Yeah, just eat them.
Yeah,
that's like a big kid.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like a big. It's weird. Like I'll be the first to admit that I think it's weird the way I eat that. But the only reason why I started doing that was because I think like when I was working, I think it was when I was working to school, and I'd be like in a hurry or something like that, and so like I just got accustomed to like I'll grab a Pop-Tart or something like that, and I would just eat that while I'm on the road,
right?
And I wouldn't, I wouldn't take time to
separate.
Yeah. I'm like whatever, it's all going to the same place, and so then I just started eating the Pop-Tarts that way all the time now. Even when I'm at the house, like I don't even take the time to. I used to like break it, and you know, I don't do that no more.
Just okay.
So
straight savage. Well, I still eat them one bite at a time or whatever, but yeah, throw them in a toaster, get them a little brown on the back.
Yeah, I don't like mine in toaster no more. But that goes back to, you remember when we talked?
I was about to say something about it. The lazy eating.
Exactly. That's what I was just about to say. I'm a lazy eater, so like anything that causes me to have to do more work prior to me getting ready to eat the food, it's just not going to get done, or that food is not going to be consumed by me because I don't want to do the work. Like if I have to cook it, like if it's supposed to be something quick and I have to cook it in order for me to in order for it to be edible, then I just I won't eat it. Yeah. Okay. I won't take the time unless I have the time, but if I don't have the time, I'm just won't grab it.
That's fair. I like convenient food, but then I found like sometimes it's worth taking a little extra time to dress it up. But
on a Saturday morning when I ain't got nothing to do, I'll make breakfast. On the weekends, typically I'll make breakfast for the family, and I'll take a little more time there.
Do it right.
Yeah, but when I'm in a hurry and I gotta be somewhere,
it's like whatever.
Yep, quick.
Yeah, that's why I'd be eating breakfast sandwiches because that's quick.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but speaking of quick consumption, I'm probably I'll be the first to admit. So the beef, there's more. We was kind of talking about it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
The rat beef. There's a lot going on, and I kind of, I get bits and pieces from social media and all that.
Yeah,
but like just the overall lore behind it, I guess you want to say the deep dives and all that type crap. I'll definitely be watching some nice YouTube videos that succinctly, wrap it up for me.
yeah.
Kind of give me all the
Eat it.
points, and I ain't gotta go through and try to study the songs or whatever because
Boy,
that's just not in me.
yeah.
So
It takes too much time to do that. I'll listen to the songs, but I like to do the same thing. Listen
yeah,
to listen to the analysis by the internet.
exactly. Yes. So even since we the episode since last week we talked about it, and since then, what it was like, even since I don't know, it was what
There was
three,
something like
four,
that.
5 tracks.
There's probably something like that, 4 or 5 tracks since then. Yeah,
Yeah, so that
because
was
I
a
think we
while.
stopped at there was like push-ups and
Euphoria,
euphoria. Yeah,
yeah, push ups in Euphoria.
yeah.
So
And
yeah,
since
that's
then,
just
yeah, it's been like 4 tracks because then it was Family Matters, Meet the Grams, 616.
yep,
What was the other one? Not Like Us,
yeah, not like
The
us.
Heart. Yes, that's what 5 tracks right there.
5, yep.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And who knows by the time this come out how many more there'll be,
What?
if any. But
Yeah,
what were
I
you
was
about
about
to
to
say?
say, I'm like, did you hear about what happened this morning?
I didn't. No, I didn't.
Oh,
No.
dang. Okay. So,
Damn.
side note, it's not really a side note because it's just not it's not technically related to the beef, but it just conveniently happened after everything kind of like was called quits. There was a shooting at Drake's house.
Oh yes, I
You
did
heard
hear
about that?
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, his security guard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
Yes.
some of the internet is connecting that with, I guess, like an issue that he has with the weekend because like when he made one of the other disses, he mentioned the weekend and his manager or whatever. And when he did that, apparently like the weekend's manager at his house, his security guard got shot. And he said it was three men that came up on him and shot him multiple times. He's alive. But I guess that's still an open investigation as well. But then now it just so happens that whatever this was been 2 weeks later, then at Drake's house, a security guard is shot. And it just so happens that those two are not really seeing eye to eye currently. And he had just mentioned the weekend's name in a diss. Because I guess his name is Abel, is the
Yeah.
weekend's name. So he
Okay.
said he called him Abel in the song. I guess he mentioned them in maybe push-ups.
Got you.
Yeah. So
So
yeah.
it can be. They don't know what it's tied to, but
No, they don't.
it happened.
The news is tying it to Kendrick Lamar's beef. Like they were like,
Oh
"Do you
wow.
think this?" Well, they're not tying it. They're
Oh,
speculating.
they're
They're saying,
speculating.
"Do you think?" Like they were asking. They were reporting, like, "Do you think that this has anything to do with the beef that he's having with L.A.? With the superstar from L.A., rap star from L.A., Kendrick Lamar?" And and they were like, "No, we don't know. We're just investigating. It's still early." And then, like I said, the internet is tying it to the weekend situation. So there's 2 different perspectives. It very well could just be also a fan that I don't know. They were just I don't know. They just
Some
did
wild
some
things.
wild stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who knows?
Yeah, I saw that. It happened. I didn't, look too much into it or anything like that. But
Yeah.
my immediate thought was, is this because of the rap beef? But then I thought that would be that would be kind of dumb. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
It,
So at this point, since that happened, do you think that it will? That you think that be the end of the beef then?
Well, it should, yeah, it should be. It should be at this point because now I think it's getting a little too. They were already kind of like after like what Family Matters and Meet the Grahams. Like after that, it got really dark.
Yeah,
You know, like both of them were they were starting to make these allegations that are. I mean, you know, Kendrick's being called a woman beater. Drake's being called a PDF file. Like I and then he has another kid out there, and then there's like this whole other girl that got dragged into the, you know, thing, and like, you know, they're just bringing up the internet's bringing up receipts. I think it just got really, really out of hand. It should have just been like a rap beef where we were getting great because the songs were great on both sides. I'll just be honest.
Yeah.
Not a Drake fan, but I'll be honest. That Family Matters was kind of hard. It just got stepped on because Kendrick dropped Meet the Grahams, and that was hard. So it was just like, you know, and the Heart Part 6 was just like, you know, but I don't know.
Yeah, it was compared
to what he had done. Compared to what he had done prior to that, because when he came in on that Family Matters, he was like, yeah, I was like, oh, okay. okay.
That's how you spitting.
Yeah. Like, all right, we got a battle now. We got a battle. But
so okay, well, then dang, by maybe this time next week, we might not have any more tracks then. So
yeah,
we'll see how it plays out.
I think, oh, hey, you know what I heard today? This is speculation. This is not a confirmed thing. There was just people that said there was evidence of this happening. Remember how I said when we was talking about J. Cole apologizing?
Yeah.
Why it happened? You remember what I said? I said, I think somebody got in his ear and said, hey, remember that?
Yeah.
We could pull the footage. So apparently there's a story that came out and said that I don't know if it was Rolling Loud or it was a show recently that Schoolboy Q and J. Cole were at, and apparently they had a conversation behind the scenes, and Schoolboy Q just respectfully came to him and said, hey, like just
for you.
Yeah, he's like, you're not the target, just don't do this. And then that's when he made the apology, because he had said that prior to the apology. And now there was a source that said that I guess they're close to both parties, and they said that yes, I can confirm that they did go backstage and they were talking. I don't know what they were talking about, but all I know is after that conversation, 2 days later or whatever it was, J. Cole apologizes on stage. So that's why, if that's true, I told you, your boy be knowing, like somebody got his ear and said, hey, don't do this. Because but they said they feel like it was something to the effect of like, hey, Kendrick's got some stuff and I don't think you want to be in a mix of it. Like, just like this sounded like a premeditated attack.
Okay.
Because the way that Kendrick dropped everything, it all felt like, oh yeah, we're gonna get him to come out the house on this one.
And, that's true.
And they did, and then everything was just boom, 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 boom. And then we got to the Heart Part 6, and that's where Drake was just like, all right, man, yeah, this is not going like I thought it was gonna go. You was serious. I thought we was joking.
Yeah. Let me give you this heart to heart.
Yeah.
Or please have a heart to heart with me. No, okay. So possibly someone got Schoolboy Q could have possibly gotten Cole's ear.
Yeah.
Told him that, back off, chill out.
Yeah. Again, this is not a fact. This is just somebody saying that they did see them speaking prior to him apologizing, and then later on, then a couple days later, he apologizes. So they're just speculating that was what the conversation was about. Since Schoolboy Q's ties to Kendrick, he's really close to Kendrick, but he's also cool with J. Cole or whatever. So there was just like a man to man, like, hey, this is not. I don't think you want to be a part of this.
Yeah, don't be a part of this.
Side note, I saw a comment that made me laugh, because they was like, you remember when Drake was like, oh, we fed him fake information. We fed him fake information about the daughter. We got him.
Yeah.
And I'll get to that statement in a minute. So somebody comment, they was like, all right, they was pretending to be Drake. It was like, so it's like, Drake, we gave Kendrick a fake gun, and then it was like, Kendrick, but I still pistol whipped you and your team with this fake gun. So it was like, yeah, you gave him fake information, but then he still killed you with it. Like
Really used it to
he beat you up with it. Like it hurts now. It still hurts. But it was weird because this was a point that was made. I thought I was the only one that like paid attention to it, but somebody had made this valid point. They was like, Drake all of a sudden said that he fed Kendrick this information, but the internet already said that prior to him saying anything. So
saying all this.
Yeah, so it's like I think he just got that from the internet just to save face, because when Kendrick said you have a daughter that you're not claiming, he felt kind of taken aback. Like he didn't say that initially. He didn't say, "Oh, we tricked them, ha 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 ha." He was actually like, "No, I don't have a daughter." And like he got defensive about it. He was like, "Oh, if somebody finds her, let me know."
So you're saying if it was fake information, then he would have been like, "Aha!" Like immediately.
That's what some of the other people were saying. They were like, "Yeah, well, if that was fake information, why didn't you, as soon as he said it, why didn't you just go to your social media and post the receipts and be like, look, we had a conversation about this the night before. We told somebody to go, And then in the Heart Part 6, he said he was talking about like some clowns leaking information, or something like that. He was calling the people that leaked that information clowns. But then the line not too far after that, he follows up with it like, we tricked them. We the ones that told him,
so
that we
clown.
Exactly. That's what everybody's saying. It's like, so you're the clown? Like, what are you doing? Like, so that's why that's when everybody was like, bro, yeah, you shouldn't have did this one. You should have been quiet, because it was like you spent 5 minutes just saying, nuh-uh.
That's not true.
Yeah. And that's what it sounded like. It was like 5 minutes of nuh-uh. No, he's lying.
That's funny.
I quit, but you're lying. I quit.
Oh man, that puts it more in perspective. I'm gonna have to listen to it again.
Yeah, because when I was listening to it, he did sound a bit. He sounded a bit sad. Like it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
He didn't have that energy no more. Like he wanted to do it anymore. He was just like, I gotta respond, and he sounded a bit off.
Yeah.
Even at the end, like, bro, he just stopped rapping and just started talking. Like he was like, they out here telling lies, and it was like, bro, I mean, it's a rap battle. I mean, you said you were a rapper.
Right. Yeah, talk at the end. I tuned that out. That's crazy.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, bro, you should have just been done, man. He didn't drop the whole West Coast banger on you, and then you come out here with this. Nah. Nope. He pulled a U on you.
Damn, it was crazy, because it was was it 2-3 days of waking up to?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We had a weekend where like 4 songs came out in like 48 hours.
Yep, that's what it was.
Yeah, it was a beautiful weekend.
Buzzing.
Got some great music.
Buzzing.
Yeah. It was fun, man. It was fun.
How are they gonna flip this into something? Well, I guess Kendrick, whoever he won for the most part. So you don't have to flip it into nothing. But how do you think maybe other homie will flip it?
I think Drake is in a trickier situation because of the allegations. His allegations are much like that of Mr. Combs.
Yeah.
So in today's society where we're at right now, so like him calling Kendrick a woman beater is not going to supersede being called a PDF file, because that's where and I'm not saying this is what I want to be clear on. I'm not saying that if whatever he said about Kendrick is true, that's never okay. You should never put your hands on a woman at all. But our society is not going to care, is what I'm saying. Is because right now the hot button is this topic. Our society, and I ain't gonna say they don't care. I'm gonna say they're gonna put this in the forefront, because this is like nobody cared about the daughter line. They were like, oh yeah, okay, we don't care if it's true or not, because we want to know about this PDF file thing. oh, you said he's a woman beater. That's not important. Are you a PDF file? That's what we want to know. Like, and so.
And yeah, to piggyback off of that, everything I've seen on YouTube is been proving, not really disproving the fact of the PDF file, but more so trying to find facts to prove it, or just, showing reasons why it may be the case.
Yeah. And that's, and so, and I think, so the one of the one of the videos was the one of the 17-year-old girl at the concert, and apparently she came out and made a statement about like, well, yeah, I was 17 at the time, but it was never nothing like that. I'm 31 now and in law school, and it was just a part of the show. Or yeah, but you shouldn't have said that, because she literally said what everybody else was already.
Yeah, she's
like,
confirmed it.
Yeah, you were saying that you were 17 in high school, and she was like, yeah, my dad took me to this concert. So now, there are people on her head like, you realize you didn't help that case. Like,
Yeah,
you just confirmed it. Like, yes, you were 17, you were in high school, and then your dad, and now people are saying that the dad is weird for even allowing that, which now you put him in a situation, because it's just like, he could be a great father, you know what I'm saying? But it was just, you got caught up on stage, and that happened, and he probably didn't want to make a scene or whatever the case may be. I don't know. I don't want to be in it, but it's just kind of tough. I mean, that's the same thing with R. Kelly, really, is he was doing stuff like that. So, I don't know. And
why, as the girl, why would you want to come and say it wasn't any, why would you even want to say anything?
I wouldn't even interject it, because
why?
now people are going to try to say something to you.
Yeah,
You don't need to be focused on that. Especially if she's in law school, you definitely don't need to be focusing in law school. Like,
that's clout you don't want, or that's attention you don't need. Don't want.
Yeah. It's just like, I just think like sometimes people, they see stuff and they were like, oh man, they talking about me, but they're really not talking about you. They're just using this as an example. It just happens to be you, but they're using this as an example against Drake. And then now you're putting yourself in it, and now people are going to mention you. Now your feed's going to blow up, and it may be unwanted attention. I don't know. I can't say, but
I'll blow up. But yeah. So like that situation, and then I want to say the girl from Stranger Things.
Yeah, what's her name? Millie something. Millie Bobby. Millie Bobby Brown.
Something like that. Yeah, and and then they were just saying, giving other instances, I guess you could say. So
they had her, Billie Eilish, some girl that was a model or something like that. Yeah, there's a list of them. But him and Diddy are connected to the guy that I was telling you about.
Okay.
And so it's strange, because they're bringing this stuff up about Drake. They're calling him P Drizzy in some places.
Okay.
In some places, not everywhere.
Yeah.
My bad. But they're calling him P Drizzy in some places. And so like him and Diddy are actually connected in a way. I guess much like most of the rap world, I guess, the music industry, to this guy named Lucian Grainge, who was brought up in the Diddy charges. Well, I guess not charges, excuse me. Let me take a step back. They're not charges, but who was brought up in the documents that Little Rod, I guess, presented.
About Diddy.
About Diddy, yes. His name came up, Lucian Grainge, who he's like let me see, he's the something. He's over Universal Music Group, but I forgot what his title is. But he's basically the guy. He's the man. He's the man. But he's supposedly, and Kanye made some statements about him, just saying that he was, kind of funding all this weird stuff. But, all right. So is a British Sir Lucian Grainge here. Let me share this with you.
Yes, sir. Please.
He even got Sir on his name.
Sir.
Yep, Sir Lucian Charles Grainge, British record executive who has served as chairman and CEO of Universal Music Group since 2010. He's an A&R staffer. Grew up in there's a whole rabbit hole about this too. Like he's Jewish. Drake's Jewish and grew up in a Jewish community. There's like a whole rabbit hole about that, like about how Drake was like a plant almost because he's black and Jewish, and they were like, oh, they were saying like, oh yeah, he was a perfect person to infiltrate the culture.
Yes.
There's a thing about that, but we're not gonna get too deep into that right now. We're gonna try to figure out who this guy is. So yeah, so he's the one that runs Universal Music Group. Basically, he's the one it sounds like he's the one cutting all the checks and making all the deals and stuff like that. Kanye says he's the one that kind of can influence the spins, like influence the numbers. Because here it is. It's also sought to increase the group's international digital expansion and via distribution partnerships with technology companies, including Apple, Spotify, Facebook. I don't know what Tencent is, and YouTube. Grainge led the 2017 multi-global license agreement between UMG and Spotify. So that that record, apparently they tried to get a cease and desist Universal Music Group to where they couldn't play that song on the radio. So that's kind of, to me, tells me the type of influence they have.
Yeah, the power.
Yeah. So led the acquisition of Bravado, then the Sanctuary, boom, 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 boom. The company represents artists like Justin Bieber, so you know where he's got some connections, and Lady Gaga, Kanye West. Let's see. So my thing was, when I was trying to look into him a little bit, was that Universal Music Group, I was trying to see who all they were affiliated with, like by way of artists, you know what I mean? Because it just, I was curious, like if they working with Diddy, Drake, I wonder if they were working with R. Kelly. The big three, okay. So Sony Music and Warner was the other one, Warner Music Group. So those are the big three: Universal, Sony, and Warner.
Okay.
Those are all the record labels that have all the other ones. Because this one has, like, Universal has a bunch of record labels. I didn't realize.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I did not know that. Like, this is how how out of touch I am. List of Universal
Music Group labels.
Interscope. So that's Kendrick and them, because they're that's TDE, Top Dog, where they're like with Interscope. So
Aftermath.
Yep, Aftermath is
AWGE.
Who's that?
Is that ASAP Rocky?
Oh, yep, that is ASAP. My bad. You knew that. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who's $1 Billion Baby? Oh, the Baby.
Wow. Okay, the Baby people. So, Shady.
Yeah.
Eminem. Who's that too?
I don't know who that is. So we know that. Downtown Records. They got Dreamville. J. Cole.
Damn. Okay.
Wow. Okay. I don't know.
Opium. Playboy Cardi.
Is that Playboy Cardi? Oh yeah, it is. You're right. Wow, dude, how do you know these? Like, these are, I don't know these record labels, bro. Like, it's too many record labels for me. Zone 4. What is that? That sounds Zone 4. Oh no, never mind. Oh, Polo Don, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm about to say Zone 4 sounds like, but I'm thinking about something else though. YG Entertainment. What was that? Oh, this is okay. Black Label, SMG, then Capitol Music Group.
Wow.
Which is G Unit and everybody else. Motown Records.
Wow.
So Motown, they would have had Michael Jackson. Was that Michael Jackson? Where was Michael Jackson under?
I don't know.
Was he under Motown? I don't know if he was under Motown. Maybe that was Jackson 5. Was that Jackson 5?
Probably Jackson 5, yeah.
Oh, they had Motown had Diddy.
Oh, no.
Those.
Well,
Smokey Robinson.
Yeah, label Steel Town, Motown, Epic, Legacy, Sony for Michael Jackson.
Oh, for real? So yes, okay. So he would have been under here. So I'm curious. Quality control. So this is the Migos and all them QC.
Atlanta, yeah.
Red One, Republic Records. So basically, Cash Money's under here. Under
Gang. Oh, Cash Money's under.
Yeah. Well, I mean, then Rich Gang would be under there too, though.
Yep. Rich Gang, Young Money. You think would be under there?
They would have to be because
right
all that
there at the bottom.
Yeah, they're all under
B Apparel.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, they're under Cash Money.
Fit. Yep.
Yeah. Island Records. What's this? Safe House Records. Who is this? Oh, that's the Nick Jonas, created by Demi Lovato, Nick Jonas. Tough Call. I don't know what it is. Def Jam. And Def Jam is under some scrutiny too, I think. What's his name? Russell Simmons.
Oh, yeah, I've heard his name.
Yeah, I think he's in some issue. Virgin Records. Yeah,
I see that a lot.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy now looking at it that I didn't realize they were the parent company of all of these.
The list is insane.
So I wonder how that works. So is this like they're making music, but then they're like Universal's cutting the checks for all of these?
It has to be, right?
So you mean so we could start a record label and just sign to Universal?
Yeah.
I know it's probably not that simple. I know, but I don't know if I want to right now because it sounds like they got some stuff. But then okay, whoa. So is it like Duke Records? Is it MGM? No, I'm thinking about MMG. So is it like you said, because you said Michael Jackson was with Sony, Epic, and Motown,
Steel Town.
So can they be a part of more than one label, like big label? So like, for example, Sony Music, right? Let me see. So these are their level. They got Columbia, RCA, and Epic, which that was the one that had Michael Jackson on it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Columbia Records. So
you can tell there's a different type of
because this is not like rap music.
Yeah, exactly.
Seems like Universal more rap. I wonder what Warner Music, who do they have?
I think Warner has some artists.
Let's see.
iHeartRadio.
International labels will be distributed by Universal Music. So, all right. So they don't even have.
Scroll up a little. Right there.
Okay.
List of Warner Music Group artists. See also. You see the see also section.
Oh, list of record labels. Okay, perfect. You want record labels or?
Yeah, we can go record labels.
Oh, or is it list of Warner Music Group labels?
Yeah.
Okay. Atlantic Records. Warner Records, Elektra. Big Tree.
808 Mafia.
Who's that?
808, like why am I blanking on that man's name? Yeah, Southside.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Taylor Gang. Okay. So Wiz.
Oh, Wiz. Yeah, that makes sense. I was gonna say Wale, but
he's an MMG, I thought. But does he have his own label?
I don't know. He probably right. MMG. Yeah, he is MMG.
I don't know. Everybody seems like they got a record label because Meek Mill got, was it Dream Chasers or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got a label under a label under a label. Playmaker Music.
Rough Nation. Clean Playing Product.
Who?
Clean Playing.
Where's that?
Right there where you're. Oh, that's mine. Right in the middle. Up, down.
Oh, right here. Clean Clang. I don't know who that is.
Me neither.
Pink Floyd.
But okay, so
it's definitely Universal's more of the rap though. It looks like they don't even. I mean, they've got rap. Both of them do, but they look like they definitely don't specialize in that. But Universal is a bunch of rap labels.
Yep.
Okay, so it's interesting. That's what I think is very interesting, because it just seems like, there's like this kind of thing, or it's kind of like a theme almost of, people associated with this guy are getting the label of, some not so good stuff. So
what do you mean not so good stuff?
Well, I mean, with Diddy and Drake so far.
Oh, okay.
And then I don't know who is R. Kelly signed to, because if all this stuff is going on, let me see.
Well, now he's not signing anyone.
He signed to Cell Block 3.
Right. Go down, right there.
Jive
Rock.
Rock.
Yeah.
Rockland.
Yeah.
Rockland Records. I wonder
what Universal Music Group. Division of Universal.
So, yeah, distributor Interscope. So, I guess I don't know what to do with that, because it just seems like, oh man, it just seems like, because why is it? Because okay, here's what I saw. Hold on, let me stop sharing for a second because I want to find it first before I post it. What was I going to show you? The Kanye West. What was it?
You muted yourself. Still mute. Oh, you good?
All right. So yeah, he had a comment on. Yeah, here it is. Ugh, can you hear that? Oh, okay, hold on. You probably better hear it now.
Be cool with me to have to, like, this is his job to go against God.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Wow. And it cuts his soul. They say rich baby daddy. It's like Drake has a rich baby daddy named Lucian and Universal.
Wow.
He's like, like, man, my daddy got it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, my daddy controlled the spins. My daddy got the DSPs. My daddy, Drake has a rich baby daddy named Lucian.
So all of his streams in the number ones is controlled by someone named Lucian.
Well, Lucian worked for people who control the banks in Africa.
Okay. So
he didn't care about no music. He said
Lucian
for people that control the banks in Africa.
Yeah. So yeah, Kanye he be on this he be on this thing. Hold on, academics. He could. What is this? Oh, okay, yeah. He be talking. He be talking some wild stuff sometimes, but some of the stuff I don't know, like how much is true and how much is false. But then, like, all right, so I hear this is. Can you hear this?
No, I can't hear it.
Dang, what happened?
Okay, yeah.
You can hear it now?
No, it went out. Put your mouse over it. Click it. Nope, can't hear.
Hold on 1 second. Cut out for whatever reason. All right. Let me see. It's a Facebook post though. That's probably why. Hold on. Let me find a different video.
This you probably gotta log in.
I'm not logging in. There's got to be another one. Almost. No, was it? It's this? All right. So, all right, let me see this because this is part of that interview, but this is what I was talking about earlier when I was talking to you about it.
It's called the Illuminati Hub. It was everybody in the fucking world that had some importance was in it. I learned later it was called the.
First, I'm not suggesting that any Illuminati stuff. I just wanted to clarify that.
Isla. But I didn't know that's how LA moves. Like all these executives, they might compete with each other in daytime, but at nighttime, they all frequenting and partying in the same spots. They talking business. I didn't know about networking like that. So I show up there because I was at Complex Con. I show up there with like my little chat nigga hoodie. That was my audience, like, name. Like 12 people. I showed up there. Everybody's in suits. That's the first time I seen Steve Stout. Apparently, I never seen Ebro after that, but Ebro and Leslie was in the room too. Ebro, that guy was there. Somebody else from Sony was there. All the important people that you hear about, but you never see. That's why I called it the Illuminati meeting, because I couldn't believe that. Wait, all y'all powerful music people be in the same room? I thought it was beef. Because y'all artists beef with each other? It's not.
So he said that guy, and that guy he's referring to is Lucian, because during that interview he was talking about Lucian.
Okay.
But I'm trying to find that particular segment when he was talking about him, because that's the one where man, I don't know why I can't find it now. Oh my gosh, that is annoying, because it's only on the Facebook. It looks like that clip. But he essentially talks about how, he's the one that's cutting the checks. He's the one that's kind of calling the shots in a sense.
Academic talks about that. Okay.
And I've said
we talking about business. We ain't even talking about him.
No. We only talking about business. We only talking about business. And this is why I'm always upset at like people who their hate. And this is like, this goes for anybody who.
Give me that. Don't touch that. Don't touch the shit. Don't touch the shit.
Yo, this goes for anybody who.
Let me see.
Because, you give your son something, let him work it out.
Mm-hmm.
They signed Trippie Redd 6ix9ine.
Yes, you do.
I show up to this place. I always call it.
Right now, he had a few,
I work it out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's call something else.
They give out a lot of money.
I know, no statements is facts. You know it's facts. You know it's facts.
Go ahead.
All right. Here's the thing. 6ix9ine went from a rapper who was on the brink of being shelved and dropped on a label.
What label? Explain.
It's 10K Projects.
Okay.
Let's call something else.
They give out a lot of money.
The owner of it is the son of Lucian Grainge, the most powerful guy in music. He's the guy who cuts Drake all the hundreds of millions of dollars check. He cut the Billy for Birdman.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. He has an indie label because, you give your son something, let him work it out.
Mm-hmm.
They signed Trippie Redd 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine was not the label favorite. Because of some controversy, he was actually about to be dropped. He has a song called Gummo. I like the song.
So basically, he kind of slides it in there, about, how big Lucian is. Like, he kind of gives you the idea. Were you able to hear it?
Yeah, he was talking about the other record labels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he kind of slides it in there, like, he's the most powerful guy. He's the one that cut the check for Drake. He cut the big check for Birdman. So, like, that's why I'm like curious, like, as to who he is. You know what I mean? Because there was this whole rabbit hole of how the stuff that's going on with Diddy right now, right? How he's actually like it almost sounds like they're saying like he's like the puppet master, right? So they're saying that Diddy is I guess the guy that's running the operation that they got going on or whatever. So whatever he's being accused of, he's running the operation, but it's being funded by Lucian because he's the one with the actual money.
Okay.
Right? So Diddy can just ask for more money from him.
Yeah.
What was being said was this was being all this stuff is just rabbit hole stuff. This is just internet. This is not factual. There's no documentation to say this is what's going on. This is alleged, all alleged. So nobody take this as factual information, especially from my mouth, because I'm just looking this up in real time. But basically Drake is replacing Diddy. So like the allegations that are coming against Drake, why artists are not fooling with him like that is because he's going to end up taking place. And they have an idea of that. And that's why like you hear like the whole like grooming thing that he's doing. Like they're saying he's grooming and he's being called a PDF file and all this other stuff because he's talking to a lot of these young women. You know, they even brought up like that he dated SZA in 08. Right? The backtrack on that, and SZA would have been 17 in 08. She turned 18 in November of 08, which is
right.
Do you think he waited 11 months for her to turn 18?
Right.
But and at that time he would have been, I don't know how old, but in 08, how old were we? He would have been,
we're 18.
18. He's been
22 or no, 20, yes.
21. He would have been
he's what, 3 years?
He's 3 years older than us. He's 37 right now.
Yeah, he was 22 and she was 17.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So, you know, it's just like little, like, no, I ain't gonna say little things, but it's like things like that, those situations, and those are things that he's said out of his mouth, you know. But this is the guy that, yeah. So even Lucian himself talks Drake. He says something about it. Man, I don't even know where that's at though. I saw that in a whole nother video. But basically Lucian said like somebody asked him about, you know, oh yeah, maybe this is it.
Oh shit, my bad.
Dang. Yeah. The quote he said, I can't find the video, but this is the quote that Lucian said. He said, if ever Drake or whenever Drake calls up and says he needs something for his project, I give it to him because he's the greatest. He says with a smile. But yeah, basically he was like, yeah, Drake says he needs more money, I give him more money. And man, I want to find that video because
why? I don't like that.
What?
Kind of can see the neighbor's shadow through my window.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, essentially, this guy is it's deep because it's he's the one that's kind of, they're saying he calls the shots, you know.
Yeah, so big dog, the big fish.
And so there's a connection, like I was saying earlier, there's a connection that, you know, he's Jewish, Drake's Jewish, but Jewish and black, so he can be the face of hip hop because he has that Jewish connection, but he's black, so he can be in the mix. And this is where there might be that friction where Kendrick is saying, nah, you can't be saying, you know, the N-word and you ain't one of us. You know, some of the friction too is like, oh, you are with them, you know, and not necessarily like saying Jewish people. He might be pointing them more towards like you're the industry guy.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
You're the industry's guy, and we're the artists. We're the ones out here. We come from we come from nothing, or we had the struggle to get to this point, and you were just kind of like put here,
Yep.
I guess in a sense, because he does say that in one of the songs. Kendrick does. He says that he's like, I want to help you because I know you ain't been through nothing, or something like that. But I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Well, I didn't. My thoughts are, I didn't know about any of this until not too long ago. But just that take right there, the Kendrick saying, like, this is why we're not messing with you. It doesn't necessarily have to do with the race thing, but it's because you're plugged in with people who we see are kind of oppy or not necessarily for us or for the artists, for our betterment or whatever, trying to use us. So that's I never thought of it like that. So basically Drake's trying to play a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Yeah.
So that'd be very interesting. That's interesting because he has been prevalent. He has been top for, I don't know, however long now. He's always had a presence. It's not like he's fell off or people's necessarily talk trash about his music or whatever. He's always been received well.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily the same for every other artist. If he's playing it like that, why is he helping some artists then? Well,
he's not.
He's not really helping. We talked about this. Yeah.
That's the argument. Yeah. He's not helping. He's fighting it. He's
grifting, right?
Yeah. Because these artists, you gotta remember, even when they say, well, he put Kendrick on, you gotta remember Kendrick was already starting. He already had a buzz prior to me.
Everybody already has a buzz.
Yeah. Kendrick and Drake's first encounter, as far as like musically, where we first heard them together, was on what, Take Care?
Yeah.
But Kendrick had already had a buzz prior to that. Like he was already bubbling, Yep. And even still, I don't even know if that was a song. I think it was like an interlude or something, wasn't it?
It was an interlude on Take Care, yeah.
And then they did a song together. They did Poetic Justice together on his album, which by then he had already done. I mean, what is it? Section 80 and Overly Dedicated. Like he had already had these projects that he had been doing and built up a buzz. So it wasn't like he was brand new to this. You know what I mean? Right. It wasn't like, oh, and on top of that, the story goes anyway about how Kendrick was even founded was from Tech Nine. Tech Nine had I think he was opening or something like that for Tech Nine, or he was on tour with Tech Nine, and then Tech basically hit up Dre and said, "Hey, it's this dude right in your backyard, like he's nice," and that's what happened there. And Kendrick even talks about that, and there's some other people that talk about it too, like Tech Nine kind of put him on. So that's where it's like Tech Nine didn't benefit from helping Kendrick
at all.
You know what I mean? Like nobody talks about Tech Nine, but that's the story. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Drake benefits off of putting on
or being seen
with him.
Yeah. Yep.
Because these artists are already known by people.
Yeah.
He just, because of who he is already, it just makes them pop.
Just give them the platform. Yeah. More eyes, whatever. So so yeah, that's to keep relevant, but that's, I don't know. So
that's why, like,
ultimately, what's the play? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I
think ultimately it's to monitor music.
Monitor music.
Because music is a powerful thing. Music is in everything. It's in everything. And so regardless of what people say, I don't think music makes anybody do anything, but it definitely influences your way of thinking.
Yeah.
Subconsciously.
Yep.
Music that you listen to often is going to eventually reflect in your actions.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You listen to a bunch of party music, drinking, drugs, and stuff like that. eventually you're going to begin experimenting. Not saying you're gonna go all off on a deep end. That's not what I'm saying. But eventually you're gonna get into it. Because I know, here's the thing. I remember when I first got my my Nissan Altima. Yeah. When I first got that, 3 months after I got that, I got pulled over for speed, and I was going like 90 or something like that, right? Didn't know. I didn't even realize the police officer was behind me. I wasn't going 90. That's exaggerated.
Yeah, real city girl shit.
I was listening to Tupac. First of all, it was Tupac. It was probably like "Hit 'Em Up" or something like that. I can't remember. It was a more hyped Tupac song. It wasn't.
Okay.
It might have been Two of America's Most Wanted. I can't remember, but it was a more hyped Tupac song. But I just zoned out. I was listening to it. I'm like, and it wasn't Tupac's fault. This is not what I'm saying. It wasn't Tupac's song's fault. But I was so into the song, I was like not even paying attention, because even when the officer pulled me over, which he was real cool about it, he was like, yeah, he was like, I was behind you for a minute.
Yeah.
He was like, you just kept going, and it seemed like at one point you sped up. he was like, you good? I was like, I told him, I was like, yeah, man, my bad. I was like, I just got this car. I was zoned out, just listening. He was like, yeah, they kind of sneak up on you. He was like, look, he's like, I gotta write you a ticket, because I was going like 15 over. So he was like, I gotta write you a ticket at the very least, like, because of how fast you were going. But he was like, it is what it is. Because technically, if you go 15 over, they can take you in for reckless endangerment.
No, I know.
But he said, nah. He's like, I ain't gonna do that. He's like, he was like, yeah. He's like, I get it. Just watch your speed. Because I was going down to a conference for my job at the time. But I use that as an example to say, like, subconsciously, music can get into you, and you can start embodying some of the stuff. Again, not that you're going to go off in the deep end, like, and start fighting and robbing and all this stuff. It's just, it gets into you. Like, if I was listening to something more peaceful, I probably wouldn't have been going 80 miles an hour. Like,
yeah, your foot might have been lighter at that point.
Yeah, if I'm listening to Ozzy Brothers, I'm probably a little more chill. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah.
But so that's what I'm saying. So I think the benefit is, like, you can control the type of music that's being put out. If you have somebody on the inside that is also the biggest, considered influencer, right? In Drake, well, he's only making a certain type of music. We always say, well, he doesn't talk about anything else. Like, he just talks about the women he's with, how much money he got, the clothes. Like, he just talks about all the superficial stuff. And so then, I mean, the artists that he works with are going to be on the same type of time. Like, he's not talking about nothing that's empowering folks.
Is that why he's timeless? Because it's all superficial.
It's all superficial. I had this statement a long time ago when we was in college. I love Biggie, but I said Biggie was the first mainstream artist, like, that made drugs cool. Like, selling drugs cool, because there wasn't an artist that was being played on the radio like that prior to Biggie that I can remember. Fact check me, music historians, because I could be wrong.
Yeah,
this is my memory. My memory was there wasn't a rap artist that was talking about drug dealing on the mainstream level that made it, like, into party music. You know what I mean? Like, that was like NWA and all that other stuff was not being played on the radio in that way. You know what I mean? It might have been out on the West Coast, but it wasn't like a national thing. And, Biggie became a mainstream artist with Diddy, who's related to Lucian,
Mr. Grainge, yeah.
Mr. Grainge, who has Drake, who now we're talking about in the same way of who kind of grabs these artists and brings them into the fold, and it's like, hey, this is the type of music we're gonna make.
This is what's good. This is why. Is that why? Sexy Red.
What? Why are you whispering,
bro? I was curious about that.
About why he
riding with Sexy Red. Why he riding with Sexy Red? Because that's just a detriment. I mean, turn up is cool, but that's really ultimately detrimental.
But there's the point. There's the point. Because who else is he working with? Like, if you just go down the track record of people that he's working with, it's all the same type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yep.
I mean, you get J. Cole sprinkled in there.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of some positives sprinkled in. I can't really.
But even when he did the song with Kendrick, it was Poetic Justice, and he was still talking about women.
Uh-huh. In the thunder and rain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was still talking about women.
Even when he was talking about with J. Cole, he was talking about how he the best, and
what they got.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing like. So that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like,
yeah.
He's not like, when you start breaking him down, like, yes, he sounds great, but you know, and this is kind of like this is a reach, so I'm just gonna go start with that. But it's kind of like a siren. You know what a siren is?
You talking about Siren of the Sea?
Yeah.
They
are. If you're watching, you don't know what a siren is, look it up. But a siren is basically, like Rick said, they're like kind of like almost like mermaids, but not really mermaids. Mm-hmm. Not the exact same thing, but it's kind of like the same thing. But they look beautiful, they sing, and they have like these beautiful voices. But they used to lure like ship crews in, sailors in, and then they would kill them. That's ultimately what happens. And so like that's kind of like the symbolism of Drake is like he lures you to sleep. He puts you to sleep. Like, you know, he puts you in this like, oh man, feel good, you know, just real chill vibe. There's nothing that he's saying that's going to really help you or uplift you at all, but ultimately it is killing you. Or let me stop. Ultimately it's not doing anything positive for you, except for giving you like just this good feeling, like at that moment, like, oh yeah, you know, yeah. This is real cool. Drake saying this. But that's what it sounds like to me. And I got something else, but go ahead. I want you to have your take first.
It's like audio dope. So yeah. Yep. There you get. Damn, why am I blanking on you get a sense of euphoric. He has a euphoric, a dose of, what is that? Not melatonin.
Dopamine.
Yes, thank you. You get a dose of dopamine listening to Drake.
Bro, I wasn't trying to go too far into Drake, but I forgot. I wanted to tell you this. I didn't know he was the producer. He's a producer of Euphoria.
Did you know the show?
Yeah.
Did I know that? I heard something about it. I thought he was going to be in the second season, but yeah, he was. That's how he was tied to the show, because he was producing him. Yeah.
And they were like, so the internet was like, that's even more fuel for them, because they was like, that show is purely just over sexualizing teenagers.
Yep, that's all it is.
And so there's like, yeah, well, I mean, dude, your track record is not really good right now.
It's tracking negatively. Go ahead.
OVO's mascot is what?
An owl.
Okay, hold on.
What do owls? What's the symbolism of an owl?
Hold on, I'm gonna show you something. It's a reach.
The eyes?
Nah, it's a reach, but I'm gonna show you something. Hold on.
The way it's drawn?
Nah, hold on. Just be patient. Be patient. I got it. I'm trying to find it though. Let me see if I can get a good. Shoot. Keep going. I gotta find it. Here it is.
Yeah, man. I mean, I listen to a lot of artists that don't, you know, provide much in the music, but Drake is the one that he's definitely on top. Mark Twain did not sacrifice babies to Moloch.
Oh, don't worry about that. I want you to see this. You see that?
Yeah, it's like it don't look like an owl. It looks more like a hawk or a falcon.
Let me find a better picture.
right there.
Which one?
Bobby and Mickey. That looks more owlish.
So this is. You ever heard of this place?
Oh, Bohemian Grove. Yeah, we're gonna have to do so. Talk about that.
Yeah. So we'll go deeper on that on a later one.
Oh yeah.
But it's so strange that the OVO symbol is an owl, and you know we're gonna have to do a whole thing on this.
Yeah,
because Bohemian Grove is a very interesting place for all the elites.
Mm-hmm.
For all the elites. So,
is that what OVO is? The elites?
I don't even know what OVO stands for, to be honest. I thought it was
October's very own.
Ah, okay. That's what it means.
Yeah.
October's very own.
I was a Drake fan back then. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember hearing that. I typed it in on just now.
Young Money, Cash Money days.
It said egg. Like an ovary. Yeah, that was crazy. I had to type in Drake behind it, but yeah, bro. So yeah, we're gonna have to dive deeper in that too on another episode because I don't want to run us too far over time and too far out the way. But I don't know if we're gonna necessarily get any. I mean, we're not gonna necessarily get any answers to about Lucian and his whole thing, but I mean, it's just kind of weird because
I'm trying to visualize. So if Puff's out the picture, Drake comes in and kind of takes over that position or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Is he going to be just like he's going to be known as the top guy in hip hop then when it comes to label, rapping, and partying? He would
be the mogul.
Yeah, so he would be the mogul.
He would be the mogul. Yeah.
So would he continue rapping? You think?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, he would. Yeah, because that's going to be. I think that's going to be his calling card.
Yeah.
Because I don't. He's a businessman, but I think like Diddy. I think whatever you are, that's what you're going to be, right? Diddy.
Okay. So yeah. He was never a rapper. That's true. He was always the business.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he rapped occasionally. So I think that would be the same thing with Drake. If that were the case, if that were the scenario, Drake would still be a rapper, but he would just be the mogul rapper. Much like Jay-Z. Jay-Z's mogul rapper. He still raps, but it's just not, but that's what you know him for. It's like if you were saying Jay-Z, first word comes to mind when you say Jay-Z, rapper. Right? But he's a bunch of other things too.
Yeah. Billionaire.
Billionaire, mogul, like he's a top dog in many different industries. So I think that would be the same thing. I mean, we talked about being billionaires before many times in this, and a lot of the common themes is for billionaires to become billionaires, they have to do
there's sacrifice or
immoral things. Yeah. There's some immoral things that happen. And, who knows? I mean, I don't know. It's all speculation. It's all alleged. We may never know what goes on behind those doors. And I don't even really know if we really want to know because it might ruin a lot of great music,
Just ruin, the facade.
Yeah.
In general. I think probably blow up a lot of stuff.
Yeah, because I mean, imagine how conflicted people would feel like, into Drake all these years, and then just say any of it was true, right? Inkling of it was true. Not so much that he's a part of a trafficking thing, but like just anything. I mean, now people are gonna look at, they're gonna feel different about themselves about how they listen. And I don't think it's going to stop everybody from listening to it because people still listen to R. Kelly, but I just think it's going to be like now you're going to be like, man, I don't know if I play this, you know. But
I think that's too far fetched. What I was gonna say.
What? I don't think anything's far fetched at this point.
Man, I was just gonna say, what if it's a play to sway the needle of public perception on the relationship between just adults and teenagers, or just the age line there. So they're just trying to blur it. Really, it's kind of seems
not far fetched, bro. Actually, that is this was several years ago. I heard somebody saying that because they were talking about how there was something else that was already immoral that we would have viewed as immoral, but I can't remember what the topic was at that time, but it became seen as normal. And they were saying the next thing that's going to be seen as normal is the PDF file thing. Because they're going to make that a preference, right? So like, they were just talking about like sexual preferences, right?
Yep. We already heard them trying to classify it as a preference.
Yeah, and so that's what they're saying. So that's why I say nothing is far fetched, because bro, I just try to connect OVO Owl to Bohemian Grove. This ain't far fetched, bro. you right on the money, because there's already people out there that believe that, and some of the points that I had heard about that, actually they make sense. Like they line up, much like you're saying, because that could be part of it too. It's like, well, the more that people start seeing, like, all right, so if their favorite artist, Drake,
exactly,
can say, well, but they were 18. They were 17.
They were 17,
before we even went out on a date. And so then, like you said, it starts blurring that line. It's like, well, okay, but when do you say it's wrong? And it's like, well, they didn't do anything. They were just talking. He just had a conversation. So, and then the age becomes younger. It's like, well, it's not that bad. 18 is not different from 17. What's the difference? Then then once 17 becomes, and I'm not condoning any of this, first of all, I want to say that
at all.
17, then it becomes like, well, 17, what's the difference between 17 and 16? You know what I'm saying? So then it just, like you said, it just kind of gets blurred because you keep pushing that line. You know what I mean?
That's exactly what it is. It's pushing the line. So and I'm aware that grooming is a thing, but still, it's just like, the younger you groom, that's just trying to draw them in sooner and sooner. So I think I kind of look at it the same way.
That's the scary thing. Is sick, and it's scary because I do believe that could be something that happens, because in our society today, there's a lot of lines that are blurred in many different aspects of our lives, right? I mean, it's gonna be feeling political. Oh well. So we can't even, in our society today, we can't even classify who's man and who's woman. Like, people don't even know how to say, like, if you ask them what defines a man, what defines a woman, right? There's all
their own opinion.
So if something as black and white as that, like this is a male, this is a female. If something as black and white as that can be like, now it's like, well, it's however you define it. It's well, that's why I say that's not far-fetched, because
it's just gonna take mental and linguistic gymnastics to get to a point where they feel like, all right, we got where we want to be at, or whatever.
Because that's all it is. People think gender, they think sexuality, they think all that stuff is fluid. Like, it's all one thing that, whatever you're feeling, we evolved past having a box to put ourselves in. And it's just like, well,
I didn't know we was evolving like that.
We didn't. This is why. Okay, this is. Hey, you remember exactly. we got considered black conservatives?
Yeah.
Why?
This is why.
This is why we got to stop. We got to stop.
All right.
My bad. This is why. This is. Hey, look.
Hey, I was gonna say the backwards hat don't help, but no, I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you, bro. I don't care. Oh man, yeah, that's true, huh?
Jean hat.
Nah, that's funny.
Oh man, I mean, I'm just
strokes,
bro. Man, okay, but look, I'm just trying to be honest, because like if we're gonna do the rabbit hole stuff, we always talk about we got to be honest, we got to be open about it, right?
Yeah.
And so like it's just a thought. It's just a thought, right? It's like anything else. It's like I just don't believe that it's that way. You know what I mean? I believe there's right and wrong. I believe there's this and that. You know, in some instances, there's a lot of things in life that are gray areas.
Yeah.
I think
definitely.
But I think there are some things that have already been determined that this is this and this is this. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe, in my mind, I can't change something that's already been existed like that. You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of absolute. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't tell you. I can, but I can't make it factually true that 1 + 1 is 3.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If we're counting in our normal way of counting, this is always 2. 1 and 1 is always going to be 2. You know, 1 + 1 is 2.
Yep.
And that's 11, but that's different. But you know, addition wise, so that's all I'm saying. So it's just like I can't sit here and say like, all right, this is just a social construct to just keep us in a. I don't believe that.
In the mind.
I don't believe that. I believe because, bro, the thing I know is that never mind. We're getting too far off the board.
All right.
Anyway,
yeah, we can roll it back.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah. So,
all right.
Yeah, but I believe what you're saying is not far fetched. I believe that that's a play that could happen. You know, if played long enough with the right person or people, it's a scary reality that can take place.
Yep. Agreed. Yeah, that was I don't think I got much else to say about it because I think that's where I was going to end up some type of way about the category or preference thing. So yeah, bro. Like so it could be that, it could just be controlling the music, in a sense where
what you said feels a little bit deeper than, because like what I said was like more surface level.
Yeah.
Controlling the music. I mean, but what you said feels like a deeper play that could be possible and would be something that would be a little harder for the average person to see,
Yeah, I agree. Because if anything is, I don't know.
It would make sense because it would be something that's in your face, but you still can't see it.
Yeah, exactly.
In your mind, you're like, this is wrong, but at the same time, you're being told that
it's okay.
It's okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, you want to get into a wiki game?
Yeah, let's get to it.
All right. Where do you want to start in the end?
Universal Music Group.
Universal Music Group. Bet. Hold on, my phone's on.
What's this? Golden Hours.
Universal Music Group. All right, you picked the ending spot because last time I did it, man, we ended up. Hey, and you gotta play your chest part quicker, bro.
Quicker. All right, my bad.
I see you be trying to play them at like 2 a.m.
I be all right. Yeah,
I'm like, man,
sometimes it'd be reminding me to be like, you got so many hours left. I'm like, oh, that's why it'd be so late.
I be thinking, I'm like, you trying to play it at 2 a.m. so that way you can see what the moves are gonna be, and then that way I can't play quick enough. I be trying to play as soon as you send yours, I try to send mine back.
I know. Sometimes you send it before I can even exit the app. I'm like, damn. Heck yeah. I'll be trying to think. I might have my other friend though. I'm doing pretty well against him right now.
Oh, that's why you
don't jinx myself.
You win it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You might win.
All right. So,
you might win this one.
Oh yeah. Universal Music Group. Let's get to I would say what is that?
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
It's very specific. But I'm gonna say mongoose.
Mongoose?
Yeah.
Oh, like the animal mongoose?
Yeah.
Okay.
Universal.
Oh yeah, hold on. Sorry.
I didn't even look up mongoose though.
Universal Music Group.
Yep.
Okay. Mongoose. Hold on. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. Mongoose is an animal. So let me share this real quick. Shoot. All right. See that?
Yep.
Bet.
Yep.
All right. Stop sharing. Close that. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
On the mongoose. Ready, set, wiki. Wiki, 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 wiki.
Wiki.
Oh, do you know where mongooses are located?
I think so.
Ooh, you know what?
It's probably like where every other animal is located. What?
I know something though.
What's that?
I can't tell you. I think I gotta play though.
I think I gotta play too.
Because I do know something about. That's not what I want.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Okay, that's not what I want either. I want to get to. Oh shit! Here we go. Psych.
What'd you find?
Sherry Lansing. Have you ever heard of that name before?
Who's that?
She's the chairwoman of the board, right under Lucian Grainge.
Oh, of Universal.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I ain't never heard of her. We might have to spend some time figuring out who these people are for real.
Facts.
Big facts.
Whoa. What the? I clicked country.
Well, that's where you messed up.
And it took me to list of sovereign states.
That's where you messed up. You know you messed up, right?
You know what? That's correct.
I gotta play, but I'm trying to figure out.
Are you? Ooh, did I find it? Is it a mammal?
Can't tell you all that.
It has to be. What do mongoose fight?
I know what they fight, but I can't tell you.
Snakes.
Can't tell you.
They fight snakes, right?
I can't tell you.
Honey badgers definitely.
Yeah, honey badgers.
Like anything.
They call them the Black Air Force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
But I'm trying to figure out what type of
What type of what? Just say it.
I can't tell you because then you might be on to it. Oh.
Found it.
Did you really? How'd you find it so fast?
No, actually, that's actually one I can be proud of. I didn't. Damn, I should have done one of you. Just held it up.
I always kind of look up every few seconds. I don't know if I looked up this time, but usually I do, just to see, because I'd be afraid of that. I try to be paying attention. Like, yeah, I couldn't figure it out, but I was trying to. I thought they fought snakes, and I don't know what type of snake was. There's a particular snake I think that they'd be going back and forth with, but I can't remember what it was.
Oh, I thought it was maybe a cobra.
It might be a cobra, actually.
Maybe,
yeah. I was under rattlesnake though,
and
then I got in a whole different. I ended up clicking like marsupial or something like that.
I even told you it was a mammal.
But ain't a marsupial? Can a marsupial be a mammal?
I don't. You probably know more than me.
I don't know. I don't know. Like,
let me see if it's a class. Mammalia.
Hey, they be making this stuff too difficult. It's a mammal.
Order carnivora. Yeah, carnivore.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so here's ended at mongoose, went from mongoose, got the mongoose from snake.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just snake. Yep, snake. Got the snake from fauna of Australia. Got there from Australia. Got there from list of sovereign states. Got there from Hilversum. Got the Hilversum from Universal Music Group because that's the headquarters is in Hilversum, Netherlands.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
they're not even headquartered in the States.
Oh yeah, there's a Netherlands for corporate, and then Santa Monica, California for operational.
I think it's Netherlands, but
yeah, Netherlands.
I think I've never been there, so I can't tell you how to pronounce it.
What did I say? Netherlands.
Netherlands.
Yeah, I think it's Netherlands. I'm just reading it like I see it.
Okay.
Not gonna let that fly.
You got it.
Hey.
Well,
I can read it. All right, yeah, I won. All right,
congratulations. I I lost to somebody that can't read.
It might have been in record time too.
It was. That was quick.
Yeah.
I just typed it in, but that's cool. I can't prove it.
Heck no.
Yeah, you got anything to leave them with?
Let us know in the comments what you think will come from the Drake and Kendrick, the beef, the outcome of it or whatever. Still let us know who you think the victor is. Then some other stuff since I guess maybe it might be done now. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Subscribe.
Yep.
Subscribe.
And
That's
rate
all I got, bro. Huh?
Rate it 1 through 10.
Rate it 1 through 10. 10 preferably.
To the tens. Well, yep, that's all we got. Yep. So in other words, we'll catch y'all next week. That's been another episode of the Rick and Jordy podcast. I'm one half of your host, Jordy.
And I'm the other half of your host, Rick.
We'll catch y'all next week. Peace.
Y'all.